don't yuck someone else's yum. Like, don't be a douchebag about other people's likes or dreams. Like, why do you have to do that if someone's like, oh, I'm so excited about going to New York City? And you're like, oh, I couldn't do that. That's terrible. Why? Why would you do that? Like, really answer me. Why would you do that? Are you just trying to feel superior? Like that you think what they're doing is shitty? Why? Is it because you just don't have enough courage to do it? Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Madge Unmuted. I'm your hostess, Madge Madigan. What the hell am I doing today? This is kind of a impromptu episode here. I had one in the can ready to go, and it didn't happen. It'll come out next week. But so I wanted to get something out so that you keep coming back to this channel. So I'm here in my, fitness gear, fitness sandwich into my mouth. No, I wish I was doing that. I'm in like my lounge wear, and I'm in my daughter's apartment, which is, I guess, my apartment now too. I'm visiting New York. Well, visiting where I live half time now. It's so weird getting used to all this. I guess I won't say that like I'm living here until I really feel like I'm living here on a regular basis. But anyway, here's the deal. This episode is going to be about switching your life up, changing your life up, big, huge steps, and being brave enough and bold enough to take those things. Although I don't call myself brave because I feel like a big old chicken shit doing this, but I guess I am essentially bold and I've got courage. Brave's a bit much for me, but I've got courage to try this. What's going to happen? I don't know, but hey, we'll try it. You don't know until you try it. So here I am in Stamford, Connecticut. I'm in my daughter Abby's room right now because I didn't bring anything with me to do a podcast except for microphones. So I don't have my tripod or anything. And this is the only place that I could kind of find a setup where I could prop up the mic or prop up the phone and still have the transponder, I guess that's what you call it, for the mic in the bottom. So I've got this, I wish I could show you. I've got the phone balanced on a cup so that the transponder can hang down below, and it's propped up against my daughter's makeup mirror. I guess, innovate, when it's not going great. But I had a great recording at Gotham Production Studios. It's just not ready to roll yet because it's a lot more elaborate video than I'm used to, and I got to give myself more lead time. So here I am. I have a room. I've got my own bedroom, and I live with my two daughters here part time, and I'm getting used to this whole thing. I flew down here because I was recording at the studio down here, and I went to an event. And I gotta say, I don't, flying is supposed to be quicker down here. I mean, it's just an hour flight, and but I think all the travel around it takes about just as much time as driving 4 or 5 hours down here. And also it creates a whole lot of logistics that are kind of a pain in the ass. Like if I was living and staying in New York, it would be great, but like it's kind of a pain in the ass that there's no direct line on the east and west part. Well, I guess no, the east part of the city. Okay, nobody cares about this. Anyway, when you go from Connecticut, you got to take the train, the Metro North to Grand Central Station, and then that can go anywhere you want. But that's way the fuck over, like on the west side or Midtown West Side. It's just like I just want to go from Stanford straight down to JFK, which can be like a 40-minute drive if the planets are aligned. But you know, if you got to go on the train for an hour to Grand Central and then a subway another hour or whatever air train shuttle, I don't know. It's a big old fucking pain in the ass. So yeah, I'm gonna be driving. Plus, I can, when I just want to go places in Stamford, I can get around. So I know, doesn't this? So I can hear some of you right now who aren't like city people and who don't like change are like, I'd fucking hate that. Well, then don't come here. It's really as simple that. It's as simple as that. Don't. There's a saying kids have little kids. Don't yuck someone else's yum. Like, don't be a douchebag about other people's likes or dreams. Like, why do you have to do that if someone's like, oh, I'm so excited about going to New York City, and you're like, oh, I couldn't do that. That's terrible. Why? Why would you do that? Like, really answer me. Why would you do that? Are you just trying to feel superior? Like that you think what they're doing is shitty? Why? Is it because you just don't have enough courage to do it? I don't know. It's like anything in life. Why do people complain about shit that does not pertain to them? It does not affect their life any way whatsoever. Like if somebody, okay, I'll be controversial. If somebody's gay, how does that affect your life? If you don't, okay, oh, I don't want to see it. Well, then don't see it. Turn your head, walk away. It doesn't affect you. It does not affect you in the slightest. It affects my principles. Well, you know what? I don't like your principles. And you know what I do? I don't listen to you. I don't discuss it. Or if you're really that bad, I don't have anything to do with you. I just don't. I let you live your life. You let me live mine. Why don't people do more of that? Anyway, I digress. So, my point is that I love so far what I'm doing. I just got to figure out the logistics and the most beneficial way for me to do things. Because also, and I hate that I'm saying this, but at 61, I get tired easily. And I don't mean that. I think tired, not so much physically. I'm in great shape, but yeah, I can be like, after a while, it's like, oh, Jesus, I can't. Of course, I'm not like I'm 25 and can walk from fucking one end of the city to the other without, missing a beat. But also, it's just like, I don't want to have to try so hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know some people thrive on doing things. Okay, like, I have my two brothers. The things that they have rewarded themselves or gifts they've given themselves over the years baffle me, because it's stuff like, I remember, I think each of them, but I specifically my brother Tom, for like, I don't know, one of his birthdays, the 60th, 50th, something like that. His gift was to do an Ironman in Lake Placid. How the fuck is that a gift? That is not a gift to me. I shouldn't yuck his yum. Good for you. That's fantastic. I'm happy for him. When he did it, I was happy. I'm like, you go, whatever. I'm just making a joke for the sake of making a joke, but it is like, to me, like putting myself through grueling pain and suffering is not a gift. But I'm not that person. Here's the thing. A gift to me would be like going to a resort hotel on the beach in Europe giving myself spa treatments or shopping or whatever. Some people, some men, like my brother, whoever, some men might think that's absolute hell. I get it. That's the beauty of the thing with people. But anyway, this doing, um, putting yourself through things is, some people like the challenge, some people don't. I'm in the middle. I like the challenge. I like the challenge of trying to make this, trying to make a life around New York City work. I love that. It's exciting as hell to me. I got to watch two World Cup games in New York, and it was absolutely electric because there were people from those places. There were people from France, Spain, Argentina, England. Those are the games that I watched. Those two games in the place, and everybody was watching because New York has a lot of global citizens. I'll say, people. It is the crossroads of the world, and that's what I love about it. I love people from different places. I love people from different cultures, different colors, different languages, different religions, different whatever. I love that because to me variety is the spice of life. I want to meet people from all different cultures. I want to try their food. I want to listen to their music. I want to share ideas. I think it's wonderful. So that's why I'm here. You got all kinds of people, and I have met. Um, I've bonded with a lot of people already, in the creative community, and I look forward to doing more of that. I met a lot of really cool people at this event, so that's why I'm here. However, I gotta find a way that's the least, for lack of a better word, tiring for me. I mean that's all it is. Just making the logistics work. Driving is probably the easiest thing for me. Anyway, so like even just like visiting I'm going to have lunch with my son tomorrow before I leave, and I'm flying. I just flew in and flew out for this trip because out of Buffalo because I have to. I had something going on right before I wanted to leave, before I had to come to this event, and I have to be back because my brother Mike is coming to visit to my house. So I didn't want to waste like 2 whole days driving. And usually I stop and see John in the middle, but he went to work. I know you don't care, but anyway, this is the shit I'm dealing with. So tomorrow I want to see my son, who he works during the day, and I wasn't actually in that part of the city that I could have met him for lunch or anything. So I'm trying to figure out, like, he lives in Queens, and I have to go to JFK. But again, here's the like, oh, I gotta go to Grand Central, and then he wanted to meet in the Village, which I want to do, but like that's like another hour on the train. I know you would think it's such a small area, but mass transit with all these stops and things, it's just a pain. But I still love it, but I also don't have all the time in the world, so just try. Even though my son's like 40-minute car ride away, it's hard to figure out. But we're gonna do it because I want to see it. But I'm so glad that now I can see my kids like every few weeks. Like I was just here like what 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and I saw them again. And like I met my daughter for lunch one day, but not living here with them, But I could, but like now I'm here by myself in the apartment because they had my one daughter had to go to a bachelorette party down on the Jersey Shore, down the shore, and then Libby she works for this lacrosse league part time where she does their logistics, all of their getting all the players into hotels and their travel from to and from stadium and all that shit. So she luckily though where her play, it's kind of like a traveling league, and they take the whole league and they go and play somewhere else rather than each team going to each other. You know what I mean? So like, and luckily though, this week they're just in Fairfield County in Connecticut. So she's just down the road an hour, but she has to stay there and get everybody to and from and checked in and all that bullshit. Not bullshit. It's a really cool job, and she loves it. I'm so freaking glad for her. That's the thing. I'm going to tell you more about my daughter. So she worked. This is the one that works for the NHL. The other one works for a maybe I shouldn't say it. She works for a shoe company. That's the parent company that owns a whole bunch of other brands, and they're very high end, well known name brands. I'll ask her sometime if I'm allowed to say, but so she works uh for them, and she just got a promotion. Yay, Abby! And she's incredibly busy. And then um Libby works for the NHL, and then she's in grad school at Boston College, um but remote partly, and in sports management masters. And through there she gets all these different she gets these different opportunities to work, like she's working this lacrosse league, and now also she's been working at FIFA games, so she gets to work at in East Rutherford. What's that giant stadium, MetLife? So she's been working those games too, and she gets to work the World Cup final on Sunday, and she gets to see the big halftime show with, I don't know, what is it, Madonna, Justin Bieber, all that shit. She's very excited. So I'm living vicariously through them. The girls are gone right now, and I'm here. And my son, he's a manager or director of HR for a big healthcare company in Manhattan. Um, and he at Lower Manhattan, and he lives in Queens. And I'm I'm living vicariously through them, but not so much anymore. I'm living it myself too. I hope I achieve their level of success. But isn't that a a great measure of a parent's success, or whatever, that parents did a good job, is that how well their kids are doing. um people always want to correlate that to the parents. Most of the time, a lot of times it's right, sometimes it's not. Sometimes your kids just go and do shit that you have absolutely no control over, even if you gave them every correct tool in the world. But since my kids are doing great, I'm going to take credit. No, my kids are phenomenal. I They had a lot of adversity growing up, and they've done it all themselves. I just made sure to let them know I loved them all the time. I gave them the love, and they've done it all themselves. They're incredibly smart and kind. That's the most important thing that I was worried about, is that my children are kind and they're good humans. They're compassionate, um, and that they're able to show love to other people and to each other and to themselves. Yay! So anyway, that's my whole life update. Anybody who's in New York, or the surrounding area, hit me up. I'll be here like, once a month for now. I'll be here for like once a month for a week. So then I guess I'll be here like every 3 weeks or something like that. Um, Pending any other shit that I have going on. So like coming up, I got to host. Oh, I'm putting on a golf tournament. I'm involved in another golf tournament. I've got a whole bunch of um, guests visiting me at my house near Buffalo on the lake, where it's gorgeous this time of year. Um, and I got a lot to do, and I'm trying to put one of these episodes out every week, so y'all will stay tuned. So I'm looking for super cool guests. If you are a super cool person, I'm looking for funny. Sorry, you gotta be funny, witty, interesting. No pop culture. So when I make my stupid references, you'll get it, and you won't give me a blank stare. But I love to sit down with people. I'm really excited. I met some cool people, and I've got some really cool guests coming up. So stay tuned for that. And hopefully next week you'll see the episode that I recorded in Gotham Production Studios. So that's it for me. Please like, subscribe, share, reduce, reuse, recycle, as I like to say. Please, that helps me a lot. It helps me keep this thing going. If you like listening to it, watching it, keeps the lights on. Um, Send me money if you like, at Madge Madigan or at Margaret Madigan. I don't know. I'll put my Venmo. I don't know. Online begging is the new thing, so that's what I'm doing. And but no, please give me a follow. Actually, if you're listening to this on audio, please write a review. Or you don't even write a review. You just hit like 5 star. Hopefully, it's 5 star, 4 star. Please don't hit 1 star. If you don't like it, just don't listen again. Thanks. Anyway, that's it for me for this week. Please join me on the next episode next week of Madge Unmuted. Have a great week. Bye.